Hey everyone, welcome back to the Thinking Crypto channel. I hope you're doing well. Please hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. We're closely approaching 50,000 subscribers, so your support is certainly appreciated. Thank you guys. Bitcoin currently sitting at $18,606. We're very close to 19,000. Fingers crossed that we can hit 19,000 sometime tonight and possibly 20,000 over the weekend. Ethereum is back over $500. That's a sight for sore eyes. XRP over 32 cents. Chainlink over $14. So the market is looking really good here, green across the board, and we are headed to new all-time highs. Now, as always, be cautiously optimistic. The crypto market is very volatile. We could see a big correction anytime soon. Maybe we go to 20,000, then we see a big correction. That doesn't mean we're not going to keep going up, but nothing goes up in a straight line. Remember that. And I want to share some statistics here from Dan Hell, who is business development at Kraken. Bitcoin's yearly lows from 2012 to 2020. And it's something people don't really pay attention to, but it speaks to the growth because you see higher support levels every year. And that's a great sign. That's a healthy sign, right? Yes, you have your all-time highs, but what do the lows say? What's the story they're telling? And you see growth here. That's really, really good, guys. That's why I'm holding Bitcoin along with other cryptocurrencies, but Bitcoin and people call it a store of value digital gold because it holds a value. It keeps going up even though it has high volatility. And let's be honest, it's a young asset class, right? It's only been around 10 years versus gold and other assets. So keep that in mind. Yesterday, we talked about Brad Garlinghouse and his statements about Bitcoin, right? If you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. Well, he doubled down. He tweeted the following just about an hour ago. He said, "As a Bitcoin holder, I wanted to succeed and believe in its use case, store of value. Same as I believe in XRP's distinct use case of payments. This also means being aware of potential weaknesses like mining control in China for the future progress. These two are not mutually exclusive." Now, a couple things here. Brad, once again, for you XRP maximalists, confirms he holds Bitcoin and he wants it to succeed, and he recognizes its use case as a store of value, right? But he also talked about the risk, and this is why I diversify, because there's risk, a level of risk with any asset and any investment, right? Now, what you need to look at is how much of a risk is there, right? Now, I don't think the risk is very high that right now a lot of the hash power or hash rate is controlled by China, because we're seeing mining farms being built in Texas in the United States, the world's largest, a lot of mining farms popping up around the world. So eventually I see that being spread out more versus in China. And a lot of the big money, they're putting their money into Bitcoin, a lot of the wealthy individuals. So this is not a concern for folks. Yes, it's a risk, but it's not a major risk, right? So that's how you have to look at this, and that's how Brad is telling it. Like, there's a risk, obviously, but I hold it and I want it to be successful, and I see it as a store of value. So there should be no question about Bitcoin's use case, for those of you who are still wondering. Now to the bullish news. This is bullish. BlackRock CIO of fixed income Rieder talking about Bitcoin replacing gold on CNBC this morning. You guys have seen my tweets. I talked about it. Sit back and watch the millionaires and billionaires promote Bitcoin to the masses, promote the crypto market to the masses, and then watch the prices go up. Be patient, right? I'm going to play the clip for you. BlackRock is the world's largest investment firm. They have the most assets under management. So this is no joke. Let me play the clip for you.
And you said that you think it's moving towards Bitcoin. Is that a long-term trend? Does that mean you're a Bitcoin bull? I asked because we had talked to Jamie Dimon earlier this week, who, despite JP Morgan supporting crypto in a very big way, and actually Bitcoin to some degree, on Bitcoin itself, he seemed to think it's still very possible if it ever really reaches escape velocity, and maybe it's getting closer as it passes $18,000 per Bitcoin, that the government actually would try to regulate it.
So, Andrew, and I think cryptocurrency is here to stay. And I think it is a durable, and you've seen the central banks that have talked about digital currencies. I think digital currency and the receptivity, particularly millennials' receptivity of technology and cryptocurrency is real. Digital payment systems is real. So I think Bitcoin is here to stay. I think, am I a Bitcoin bull? I mean, I don't do a lot of it or virtually any of it in my portfolios, my corporate portfolios, my business portfolios. But do I think it is probably, it's hard to say, is it worth the price it's trading at today? But do I think it's a durable mechanism that do I think will take the place of gold to a large extent? Yeah, I do, because it's so much more functional than passing a bar of gold around. And by the way, the way you can track.
Wow, guys. He said cryptocurrencies are here to stay. He could see Bitcoin replacing gold, given the generational shift, which we've talked about on this channel, of millennials, right? And the new generation just being much more digital, internet minded, right? That everything is online. So these guys recognize this, and they see what's coming. And this is bullish statements coming from, once again, the world's largest asset management firm on the planet, right? So even Raoul Pal said this, and he's a macro investor, very well known. He said the following: "This is huge news. This is the largest asset management firm on earth. 2021 is setting up to be a year of severe supply shortages versus demand in Bitcoin and the upside price dislocations." Guys, all the things we've been talking about for years, it's unfolding right before our eyes. Institutional Wall Street players, government officials, everybody's on board, and Bitcoin's supply and demand economics are playing out. And even Grayscale, who services institutional investors, they're seeing record-breaking demand. Just recently, Barry Silbert tweeted about tons of billionaires coming in to buy up their respective Bitcoin trust and other crypto trusts. Here, Michael Sonnenschein, who's the managing director of Grayscale, tweeted the following today: "The Grayscale team scooped up over $188 million into Grayscale Bitcoin Trust alone yesterday." Wow, guys. It's happening. It's happening. And finally here, MicroStrategy, which we know they put a lot of their cash reserves into Bitcoin. Their CEO owns a lot of Bitcoin, and they were really the green flag for other companies to do this. Well, we got some updates here. MicroStrategy wants to be in the Bitcoin business, not just an investor. So it looks like they want to start building services and whatever else here. MicroStrategy executives are on the hunt for blockchain experts who could help the publicly traded firm build a suite of Bitcoin data services. Exactly what those services might be, when they would come online, and how they would be monetized are still open questions. But in a November 16 conference call, Chief Executive Michael Saylor, who spearheaded MicroStrategy's 9-figure Bitcoin allocations this summer, told investors his firm is eager to leverage its business intelligence experience in the Bitcoin data space. So they are going all in, and we're going to see more data and analytics and all types of services being built for the crypto market. This is the tip of the iceberg. More is to come. Just as it grew in the .com era, right? You had a lot of different tech companies start up to facilitate different needs of the growth of the internet. Likewise, you're going to have that for the crypto and blockchain market and era that we are entering in here, guys. So very bullish news. I don't know if folks recognize how big this is to get an endorsement from BlackRock, the world's largest assets under management firm here. So this is really, really bullish, guys. And it seems they're all coming out of the woodwork now talking about Bitcoin and crypto. It's time. They have accumulated, bought the dips in the bear market, and now they're going to present it to the masses, guys. And what we're seeing with the price movements right now, it's much more sustainable than what happened in 2017. This is a bit more slow and steady growth, and it's driven not by random retail FOMO where people are moving with their emotions. This is institutions, family offices, hedge funds buying up, and a lot of them are putting their crypto into cold storage, and they're going to wait for higher prices because they know the patience game. They know the long-term macro level game, not the weekly, monthly, I'm going to sell in 6 months. No, they're looking longer term. So I hope in your mind, you're getting your mindset in that type of phase. I'm not saying not to cash out or make money, but rather this thing is growing. sit back and relax, be patient, and watch it grow, and you'll get good returns. So keep that in mind. Guys, what do you think about this news? This BlackRock news is huge. And could we see Bitcoin hit 19,000 tonight and 20,000 over the weekend? Leave your thoughts and comments. Hit the thumbs up button, share this video, and I'll talk to you all later.